Buenos dias, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Amy. Welcome, Jacqueline. Hi, Celeste. We have like 3 Celestes on our team, by the way. Good morning, Justin. Good morning, iPhone. I don't know who you are, but we're so happy to have you. Hi, Lori. Hi, Talia. Hi, Brittany. We've got a couple Brittany's too. Good morning, Kara. Hi, Melanie. Thanks for hopping on, all y'all. I'm going to give you a morning challenge to turn your camera on. See this face? There's no makeup on. See that face? No makeup on. So we are perfectly prepared to see your face. Yeah, there's Justin. Thanks, Justin. Thanks for sharing your face. Hi, Melanie.
Justin covered his up with sunglasses, so I don't know if that counts.
It does. It totally counts.
Okay.
Oh, cute baby. Hi, Brittany. Oh, it's happening. You guys are feeling the pressure. Hi, Amy. Good morning. You look all ready to go. All right, let's see. Oh, there's Talia. Hi, Talia. See,
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Welcome, welcome. Let's see, we've got. Oh, Amy Barney says good morning. Okay, hi, Miss Holly. I'm gonna give you the same challenge. Let's see your pretty face. Okay, we are gonna try to have shorter calls. I swear I want to. I swear that we're gonna do our very best. So my goal is 40 minutes, okay? So let's see how we do today. I'm gonna try to simplify and just give you direction of places that you can go to get what you need. And then have a little bit less short of a call just for, like I said, simplifying purposes, but we'll see. Okay, so we have some couple of really exciting things that I am going to pause to tell because I want more people to be able to get on the call before we jump into that. If we have time, we may touch on a little bit of product, but we might skip that for today. So one of the things that I am going to start off the top of our class with is we're trying to do less announcements and less things like that where we're not just getting to the meat on these calls. And so what I have created is I feel like our team is doing a little bit of different things or specific things that might not be happening on the Team Lead to Freedom page. So that's all of our team. Amy has created that page. So I created a page for us that I think has got a temporary name right now because I am not exactly sure what we should call it. I'm going to share my screen with you right now. But you have been invited. If you have not been invited, go to your notifications in Facebook. Look for the invitation. If not, request to be added. Talk to your upline and ask them to be added. Where am I going here? So this is what it looks like. It's called doTERRA Natural Simplicity. And until we get a better name, that's what we've got for now. But it's really hard where we can only communicate like this one time a week. And we don't want to use it all in announcements. And I have so many things that are happening that I want to share, but also tools. Like I made that quick on-guard video that you guys could pass out to your team and share and to your customers to help push for 200 PV order, right? Plus it's a really good deal for free stuff. I wanted it. I was like, oh my gosh. And yes, doTERRA sends out an email, but if somebody's not checking their email, they don't know. So what I try to do is provide as much as I can for you, but all you have to do is go copy, paste, send, boom. And then you can have larger LRPs processing on your account, which is going to help with your volume, which is going to help for rank advancement, right? Which helps for paychecks and all of that jazz. And it's helping to get amazing product into people's houses. So one thing that I want to point out is this is not a normal Facebook page. We've made it a learning group. So if you come here, this is the front page, and you scroll down, you see that I have given you the image and the link to share for our anxiety and depression class next week. Another little thing here is our advertisement that you can click, download, and share, and send a text to the people on your team to say, hey, we've got this training on Saturday, right? So it's a way of announcements of things coming up, but also tools for you. Right here, this is awesome, and I want to point this out. My assistant made a video for us. It's about 15 minutes that gives you exactly how to use Canva if you want, this is just an option. Canva is a really great app that you can make invitations with, you can make a business card on. You don't have to have super skills, because guess what? With Canva, I can share anything I've made with you, pops in there, and you can just change your name and address. And so it's 15 minutes right here, teaches you how to do it. If you're like, hey, that overwhelms me, I don't want to deal with that, totally fine. You can just send a text and be good with it until you're ready, and then it's here. But with this being a learning group, what that means, oh look, there's Jared. So here is a live class. Let's say you're like, you know what, I want to get prepared for a class I'm doing. I want to watch a class. Here you go. We have the whole entire class videoed here. Thank you, Celeste Mayer, for your awesome video skills and sharing, where you can come and watch and get comfortable and have that opportunity here. What about, here's Experienced doTERRA, our Experienced doTERRA night. Oh, there's that again. What if, oh look, there's the video with the On Guard. If you're like, where the heck was that video? I can't remember where it was. What text was it? You know, because things get bogged down in our text. There's the link, copy, and you can share. All of our team meetings weekly, I'm going to be emailing them, but from what I can see, it doesn't look like very many people are going back and watching them. We're getting an average of about 15, 18 people on live and about 4 watching after. So if you're on here live on a regular basis and you don't see your team member on, I mention this frequently, but please help to be that accountability partner where you follow up and say, hey, make sure you watch the recorded call. It's posted in the team Facebook page, or it has been emailed to you. We talked with Natalie and Andy, and they said one of the best things that is working across the boards for success right now is what Elise Sedeby teaches, and that we're going to share on Saturday at our Find a Builder training, is having an accountability partner where there's 3 people, you stay connected, you become buds, and you're just texting each other on the most important things. Hey, were you able to watch the call this week? Hey, you know, did you get your invites out? Or whatever they said their goals were, just a quick text. And that is creating massive success with just having someone that you're checking in with. We are going to talk more about that and get that set up for you on Saturday. But here's what I wanted to show you. Yes, there's all these things posted and things like, how do I find it? I don't want to search forever. Guess what? Right over here on this side, do you see this right here? It says units. I'm going to click on that. What we've done is we've been able to take all of those posts and organize them. So right here, you could have a brand new person come from your team and it says getting started. You can see I've gone through these and I've got a green check. I have accomplished these 3 things. Number 1 is the email that we provide that you can use. Here's the top 10 oils with the link. And then I gotta look to see what this one is. Oh, that's Find a Builder. So anyways, everything is listed within there that they can watch it, download it, do it. Here's the Find a Builders. We've got a couple, we gotta organize this a little bit more. Here's all of our team training right here. Week, this week, this week, this week. Easy to find, easy to click on. Which one did I miss? So you maybe don't have to search through your email. Very organized. Here's classes that we've recorded and providing. And in home, we've got the anxiety and depression. We've got a live online. So I hope that this helps. I know that many of you don't use Facebook, or if you do, you use it more for just like enjoyment purposes, entertainment purposes, go on and just kind of have fun. But what I'm going to ask for you to do, because this is going to be important going forward, is communication is everything. So if you're out of the loop, you're not able to take advantage of what's being provided, and you're not able to use the tools and move as quick. And so I'm really going to ask that as part of your regular business practices, that you come on to the Facebook page 2 to 3 times a week. So you don't have to cruise Facebook. Be very intentional. Come to doTERRA, Team Natural Simplicity, right? You can actually save that in your groups. And then if you have any questions about finding Facebook, adding Facebook, please ask me. We can help, okay? But just popping in, what are the last several posts? Come to the units, okay, good to go. Or, you know, make sure that you're adding new people. Right now, we only have 33 members, but our team is like 150 or something. I know some are customers, but many of you have been invited but not accepted, or some may not be invited because we weren't already Facebook friends. So I'm going to ask each one of you, you would just come right here. Now I'm on my computer, so see this right here? I could start to type in Brittany, and my Brittany's come up. So Brittany Householder is already a member. This is a different Brittany, and I could add her, but she probably won't appreciate that, so I will not do that right now because she's not on this team. But that's where you're going to add. If you're on your cell phone, it is so easy. Right at the top, there's a add button. It says plus add. That's how you add someone and you choose your friend. At the very top, that's right where it says units also, and you can click on units and you're right inside learning and all of that jazz. So this, I know we're taking a minute to kind of go through this, but I really feel this is forever more important to check in and to know what's going on, and then have everything in one place at your fingertips instead of sifting through emails and sifting through texts, okay? So I hope this is gonna be a good tool for you. This is not just for me to post. Please, if like, we are a team, and I want us to be able to work together the very best that we can so that our strengths can benefit each other, right? If I am really knowledgeable in the anxiety and depression area, I want to be able to share that. If so-and-so is really, you know, educated in the medical area, or this person has been connected on social media and they know a lot about getting stuff out on social media, to work together and share stuff here. So if you're having like this major success thing, pop it on there, right? You could ask a question if you want. So Janessa is asking the difference between the Natural Simplicity and the Lead to Freedom group. So in Lead to Freedom, Amy Fulmer, who is above me, she has a bunch of her other builder legs and their teams, and they're kind of doing their own thing. So while we're part of the Lead to Freedom, we are kind of training and giving and providing and doing things differently. We're doing our regular calls. So I don't train Amy's team. So if I'm posting things on Team Lead to Freedom for what we talk about here, here's this tool for this, they'll be like, what are you talking about? What is this? What's going on? Because, so this is Heather and Jared on down, our entire legs team. So your teams as well. And maybe one day you're like, hey, you know what? I'm a diamond and I want to have my own team group. You're welcome to start your own team group at any given time. So that's the difference. Amy's is still great. That's our greater team, and that's a great resource as well. And there'll be a lot of things that are the same on both pages as we work together. But we just have so many different things that this is specific for just our team. Okay, moving on. Here comes big, exciting news. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so I can see as many faces, and then I'm watching for jumping, cheering reactions. Hey, there's a lot of you without your cameras on. This is a I want to see your camera face space. Okay, I have no makeup on. I said earlier he doesn't have any makeup on, and so this is a safe space, y'all. We're friends. We want to know who you are. Okay, here it comes. You guys may have seen this if you're on the Lead to Freedom page. But we're having double points for Hawaii. Double points. Okay, I think that we have failed to help you understand how stinking amazing this trip is going to be. You don't get it. I'm talking chance of a lifetime trip. Staying in the Marriott, where we're staying, the part of the island, the fact that we just talked and they're going to be getting us minivans. So basically, and they're giving us food per diem. We're having fireside chats where we're all together and we're masterminding with what's going on. So you're gonna have business building, but like the fun is connecting in the most amazing place that right now, until I get to like Thailand and other places, is our most favorite place in the world. I'm not saying that to get you to do something. I'm saying that because we want you to have this chance to be in Hawaii on Maui. So if you have 0 points, it is possible to still get this trip. And I hope that for those of you who have had the thought one time or more, I'm not going to be able to do this, and you counted yourself out anywhere along the way, that you learn from this right now, because I've had so many experiences with different things of my 9 years of business where looking at what's happening right now in this month, I've counted myself out. of whatever. And crazy stuff has happened to bring it together. You had no idea there was going to be double points coming. Look at that. And if you counted yourself out and you didn't give it a shot, what if you would have not counted yourself out, right? So no matter where you are, no matter what points you do or don't have, this is a viable, real vacation to be had. So Jared's going to give a very simple possibility of what it could look like, of what you would need to do. Now, double points is starting on the 19th. So what I'm seeing is some of you have not entered any points at all on the spreadsheet. If you enter points on the spreadsheet for previous work on the 19th, you don't get double points. So you need to do the math with everything done before the 19th, your regular points, okay? And then any work where the action has been taking place between the 19th and the 28th, you get double points for. So do the math. Okay, I got this enrollment that normally is 1, so now I get 2 points, and enter it in that way. Here's the thing is we absolutely need everybody to get on and log their points. I know it's like, what spreadsheet, where? This is confusing. It's posted in Team Lead to Freedom, and I'll post it in our page as well. We have to know there are some things that we have to cancel or pay for by the end of February in the next week. It might even be before the end of February. And so we need to see where you're at. We need to gauge by what you've got going. Okay, so here Jared goes to just give you what this can look like.
So as I look at our team tree, most people already have several signups that they've had since, you know, the end of December when we started tracking points for Hawaii. So if you haven't entered your points in, hurry and add them up so you kind of know where you stand. But most people have 4 or 5, you know, maybe even more than that. And so if you have 4 or 5 signups, you probably already have close to 15 to 20 points. And so what we've done, and we've tried this, and there's lots of ways to do it, and we won't go over every way. If you have questions, text Heather or I, we can talk to you about it privately.
Because there's lots of variables, right? Depending
Yeah.
on the PV that they come in on and stuff like that. But
so if you start on the 19th and you have 8 enrollments in that double point period, and maybe you have a couple of them that do over 250 and the rest are just 100 or more, and you do your wellness overview with them, you'll be at 44 points.
you need 100, right? So that's close to half in 8 enrollments, guys. 8. Now that could vary. If they were all 100 PV, it could be a little bit more, right?
It maybe be 40 instead of 44.
No, but I mean, how many enrollments?
Well, that's 8, yeah.
Yeah, but if it was all 100 PV.
Yeah, it would drop you 4 or 6 points. You'd be right around 40, 38.
But how many enrollments will you need if you still want 44 points?
You need just 1 more, 2 more maybe.
Okay.
Anyway, so if you get those 8, you'll get to 44. If you replicate that in the entire month of March, even though it's not double points, we'll get another 26. That will put you at 70. And then if those enrollments that you had in February, if 3 or 4 of them go on the LRP, that gives you another 8 points. So just by doing those 8 enrollments in the 10-day period and duplicating that in the entire month of March, you'll be at 78 points. So if you already have 3 or 4 enrollments and you've done your LR or your overview with them, you're already at 15 points. That means you're, 90, 95 points right then, and you're within throwing distance of getting to 100.
Totally doable. Absolutely, completely, totally doable. So let me tell you how. Okay, so he gave you some numbers to gauge about, but go and break it down and spend just a minute. So here is some suggestions on what to do. So I would sit down and I would make a list who from the get-go, when you started talking about doTERRA, maybe it was in November, maybe it was January, who have you sampled? Who have you talked about doTERRA with at all? Who attended a class but maybe didn't enroll that night that you need to follow up with? There was one more. Oh, attended a experienced doTERRA and maybe hasn't enrolled yet, Like, I feel like I have personally several of those that are like, yeah, I'm going to do this, or let's, we will, or those kinds of things that they just get busy. So like, make that list. They are already prepped, primed, warmed, hot, ready to go. You just need to seal the deal with getting the paper filled out, right? We need it to be 100 PV because that's the qualifying amount of PV. So if they're under, be a mover and shaker and like say, hey, you were only at 75. I'm going to throw in a free wild orange if you want to, and that gives you the 10 more PV. If you want to bump it up to 100, we're doing a contest for Hawaii. It's okay to say that. But I wouldn't just say, hey, will you buy more because I'm going to Hawaii, right? I would do something to make it beneficial for them. But you're going to have this list that all you've got to do is follow up. It's going to help you get really good with sealing the deal. I would do it all at the same time. So Elise Sedavi says it takes about 30 minutes to really get warmed up in what you're saying and feel comfortable. So don't just do one here, one there. Set aside half hour to an hour and just be like, hey, and it's okay to say, I am doing this Hawaii thing. We're getting all of them in by the end of the month. I know you were looking at signing up, wanted to see if we could connect, figure out what kit you want to get and get that going. Now, hey, if I need to, what am I willing to give? What am I willing to give to make this happen when I want it to happen in this double point time frame?
At least one of my kids, at least. That's what I'm willing to give.
That's how good the trip is, y'all. So this is what I might suggest. You can do it how you would like to think about what would work for you. But I might offer to pay for half the enrollment fee. So it would sound like this. I don't just offer it, it's in a specific time frame. Hey, wanted to follow up with you. I know you came to the class last week. I just got off of a call and we are actually doing an awesome incentive where I am paying, not Heather, you pay for your people, right? I'm going to pay half your enrollment fee. So it is $17.50 that I pay, only $17.50 to get that wholesale discount for the whole entire year. But we need to get your enrollment in by Monday. Like, I wouldn't put it out to the 28th. That's still too long. Give them like 2 or 3 days, right? The weekend's coming up and you can connect with people. What do you think if we can get you started and get you going? I know you wanted to get some of that adaptive. Like, those kinds of things create urgency and now for people to get going. If you don't want to pay $17.50, but maybe you've got some keychains or maybe you've got a wild orange and whatever that you can offer, think about what can I offer or give that would get them to move, and you say by when.
But with the double fast start, if they do $100 PV, you're getting $40 in bonus. And so even if you offer $17.50, you still walked away with a $22.50 check.
See that?
It's you can do it and not have to have money out of your pocket because you made more than what you're offering them.
Right.
Another thing, there's a lot of variations on this Hawaii trip. You want to be there. I mean, I kid you not, this is my favorite place in the whole world. It's fantastic. And not only will jumpstarting your team with 10 or 15 enrollments over the next 2 months really give you a great start heading into spring and summer. Being at Hawaii and spending that time as a team will do just as much for you. I've seen it with Heather and where she was at previously. You want to be at those things if at all possible. I mean, I don't want to put undue pressure on anybody and make somebody's life crazy, but this is super doable. You have 2 weeks until the 28th or 29th. You could go do the effective sampling with Elise Sedavi and still have time to get those signups. Now, I don't suggest you wait till the 28th to sign people up, but getting 8, if you got 10 signups in those days, instead of 44 points, you'd be at 64 points. Yeah. So if you start right now and make it a goal, write it down. So it's really a goal. It's just not a thought in your mind out there somewhere. Write that down. I'm going to Hawaii. I need 8 or 10 signups this month and next month. You can do it. It's very, very doable.
The other thing that happens that I want you to know is not just the unifying of the team and like amazing relationships, but you're there and you're like, okay, Brittany Clifton, I just heard that you did a study with 32 people and X amount of people enrolled. Tell me, what did you do? How did you do it? Or you say, okay, Julie Brown, you're like growing like wildfire, hit premier and looking at silver. What did you do? Tell me, give me your best tip. How did you get builders, right? That's invaluable. And not in a rushed space because I got to get back home to kids, right? Where you're able to really just connect. So can't say enough about what this opportunity is. The trip is actually on April 23rd. And so, oh, I've got some questions. Goodness, sorry guys, I didn't notice there was questions. You're going to sign your mom up. Do you wait for double points? You do. Wait for double points. Super pumped. Dustin, you say, so when? What are you asking when on? Is it the trip? April 23rd is when the trip is. Through, is it Monday? Through the 27th. We're going to probably stay a couple days later. And then as soon as you're kind of being able to feel pretty confident with your points, you're going to want to get your airfare purchased right away before it's going up. Let's see. What if somebody transfers under you? How do those points work? Thank you for asking this. So somebody asked, if you have somebody that transfers from another team, doTERRA does not consider them an enrollment and you don't make fast starts on them. The Goddards are paying fast starts. How cool is that? They're like, you know what? They did the work to get them there. They count. As far as an enrollment, I know, right? As far as an enrollment for Hawaii, I did not ask that specifically. So I will ask, and guess what? I will post it on our team page, doTERRA Team Natural Simplicity on Facebook, where you're going to go 2 to 3 times a week just to check real quick for a couple minutes. It really will only take a couple minutes. Okay, looking through the team page, not seeing the link for the spreadsheet on the farm. Yes, Dustin, I haven't moved it over yet. Amy posted everything last night on Team Lead to Freedom. So it'll be on our page in a half second, or you could copy and paste it for me. That would be awesome. There's the Google Doc. I'm assuming it's double points on everything, including wellness overviews. We do. Yes. Yep. Double points on everything.
Wait a minute. Wellness overviews are double points also?
That's what I understood.
Because then you would even have more. You'd have 52 points. Because I only counted 1 point for the double overview on that.
Okay. Hold, please. I'm texting and asking right this minute. Okay. Let's see. Jared, I thought hanging out with me was your favorite place in the world. Okay.
If it's on the beach in Hawaii, then that is true.
Next week might be BOGO sales. No. In the past, they have done BOGOs in February. Natalie said they are not doing BOGOs, and they've done the 200 PV with the On Guard. I want to make sure you understand that's not just till the 15th. That's the entire month, and you can get more than one. So if you haven't advertised to your team to get that going and that they're aware that that's an option, they can still order and get 200 PV. Or if they did, their LRP was 100 at the beginning of the month and they found the special, they can go ahead and add another 100. They'll combine them. They just have to call on the phone.
So it sounds like the wellness overview counts is double.
Does it say that on the Lead to Freedom?
Kira and Melanie.
Kira.
Both said.
Melanie.
Said. So
yep.
Just to update that then, if you do your 8 signups and maybe 1 or 2 of them do over 250 and you do your wellness overviews with them and you get a couple LRPs, you can get 52 points this month.
I'm freaking out about this.
If you do that again next month, you will be at 86 points.
Okay, let's just talk about it for a minute, okay? It will be approaching the end of whale season, but there's very possible you can sit on the beach and watch whales coming out of the water.
There will be whales.
Yes. We have some of the yummiest food places that are decent prices, and they're giving food per diem. They're doing the transfers in the vans. Like literally the only thing that you'll have is airfare. Staying in one of the most nicest hotels. But anyway, also where it's at is this most beautiful boardwalk. So when the sun goes down at sunset, we'll go. You walk along the boardwalk, along all these amazing hotels along the water. It's just incredible. There's in walking distance, there is a big amazing mall with the most yummy ice cream. It's called Lappert's. Has like an 80% milk fat rate, and he gets a coconut macadamia,
White chocolate.
white chocolate.
macadamia.
Yeah, there we go. It's amazing. The shaved ice, you just needed to try Hawaii shaved ice if you've not been there. We have several snorkel spots right around there that we absolutely love. That's just amazing snorkeling. There's a little marine reserve that there's not very busy. I just want you to start to feel it. I want you to feel the sun. We are stuck here in this winter, and I need something to look forward to, and that is Hawaii with you.
You will come back figuring out how you can buy a house there to stay.
Yeah. There's these birds. If you guys know, it's the sound of Hawaii. I'm not going to try to, I'm not going to try to make the sound any longer, but it's the sound of Hawaii. There's a smell. You see the people in the early morning, the water's flat and they're out doing their paddle boarding. Like, okay, that's all we're going to say. And then we're going to see you there. Okay.
Come.
Yes.
Be there.
You can do this. So, okay, a couple more things on how is throw together a class right now. There is time that you can put together a class. You need help with an invite. You text me today. You text your upline today. We will have you an image with the information. I have a text of what to say that says, hey, can I bring you a sample? If you have time for sampling, do that, because that's going to guarantee the enrollment. That it's a small, simple thing that we keep skipping. Me, and I'm talking to other people that aren't quite sampling. It increases that enrollment and possibility and the amount they get, and if they become a builder. So also on the 20th, which is right after this starts, I've got the anxiety and depression class in Centerville. I know it might be a little bit of a drive for you. Have a goal to fill your car. Who 4 or 5 people are riding with me? Let's go that night and let's get enrollments that night, right? So utilize that. Check with your upline leader.
Sample those you bring before you come.
Yes, give them a little bit of adaptive, a little bit of wild orange. Even then in that class, it is huge to have the sample, whatever you've got. If you've got, I talk about balance, I talk about wild orange, serenity, adaptive, any of those would be great to sample. Talk to your upline. I know several people, Scott, Julie, Brittany, tons of you have got classes on the calendar. So just call and say, hey, who's got classes? I'm going to try to get our team calendar on the Facebook page together to put classes there and get something figured out where we can all, or a post your classes here. That's what I'm going to do. Who has a class that will invite and allow others to come? I want you to go in the comments and say, I've got one, this city, this town, date, time, place. Let's share. Okay. This is happening. I want you to repeat. This is happening. I'm going to Hawaii. It's just amazing. Okay, we only have a short time left because I am making these shorter. And I am going to start this portion off with an apology. I feel like in our attempt to provide as much for you as we can with classes and events and experienced doTERRAs and all of these possibilities, I feel as though it might have been overwhelming to people. And also having people come on at all different stages and needing different things, you know, maybe some confusion of where do I go or what do I do, or overwhelm. And when somebody gets to that place, it's just like, I don't even know what to do. So I'm just not going to do anything. Like, that's human nature, right? So what we want to do is just simplify things incredibly. This is a simple business. There's a couple steps. You do the steps, and then we have our high retention and amazing customers and amazing business going forward. Jared and I want you to know, Jared and I, we're here till we die. We are going nowhere. We are committed at the max amount of commitment to you, to our team, to our customers, to be here, to show up, to help, to give, to provide. We made the decision to leave something, knowing that this was our end spot and that we weren't going anywhere else. And so we're here for you, okay? What I want to do is just talk about a couple of things that are the simple basics that you would want to focus on, okay? Before I tell you just those couple of things, and it's only going to be a couple minutes and we're done today, is I want to mention Experience doTERRA. That is also a place that next Friday is the 21st. So if you bring, that's our one night event. If you bring someone, it's like 5-6 hours, right? From 2 until 8:30. and they're going to get the meat, the nuts, the bolts. It's going to be great. It's going to be such a great evening, and they're done. We are doing a big fat incentive for them to enroll that night. That's what we decided to do on this. They are going to get the pill box. We will grab our pill box. They're going to get the pill box. They're going to get a leather oils case that fits the full size oils. That's like the zipper case. They're going to get the keychain. We also decided that we were going to pull out for just this evening, where it's people that are not as committed at being a builder. We are going to pull out the Essential Life and the Emotions book, but when they enroll that night, they get them. So there is big stuff that we're offering when they enroll that night. We figured, we want it. It's not going to be high pressure. It's just going to be, here's the kits, here's the ways, here's what you can get. These pill boxes, guys, I'm so excited. I hope that you heard about them from your upline, because we had the opportunity to purchase them. We can still get some. This is so helpful for people. They come with stickers of all the different pills. You can choose what you want. We've got our Lifelong Vitality in there, the turmeric, several other things. But when I go on vacation, I don't have to pack all the bottles or just say, oh, I just won't take my pills for a couple days. I've got my On Guard soft gels. It's like I grab that and we go. It also helps people not have to open up all the different bottles. And I'm giving this as a gift at the Wellness Overview. It costs us $2.40. So I think it's an amazing thing. And people, when I've given it to them, have been like, oh my gosh, you don't have to keep giving me stuff. This is so amazing. Thank you. But this is going to be part of that gift on Friday night. So we are, providing a most massive, amazing opportunity to just help you seal the deal on any enrollment. Okay. And of course, we hope that this is going to be someone that wants to join you in building. And they have the opportunity the next week. Here's what I want to say. We were looking at canceling Friday, because guess how many people we have signed up? One, and it's Julie Brown. She's already on the team. So I know, as I've talked with some of you, that you're talking with people, but just have not got it set up. And I understand you're like, I'm trying to do my class. I'm trying to effectively sample. I'm trying to invite to this. I understand. Things are going to calm down. We're not going to have experienced doTERRA for the next several months. We're going to really focus on everybody launching to Elite. It's going to normalize. There just was this big thrust of all good things, right? So please register your people for next Friday. We have got to get numbers in for dinner. And there's a deadline, and we will either not be able to have the food, or we pay for a tent that doesn't get used. So we would love if you could hop on, and we'll provide that link on the team Facebook page. The following week is the overnighter, so please continue to invite and fill that up as well. They're your business partner, right? And they're influxing money to help you grow your team. So last thing we're going to talk about, it's been 40 minutes. In all fairness, I started it, I think, 9:03 or 9:04, and I have taken those 4 minutes, okay? I'm going to share my screen with you one more time. I'm so proud that we're going to end early, guys. I'm so proud. This is a hard thing for me, because I always have a lot to say. All right, what I'm going to show you here is this Word document. This is the basic things that you want to do. If you're like overwhelmed, confused of what to do or where to go, this is it. You want to focus on becoming elite in 6 weeks. This is the process, and then you are going to just repeat it with your builders. Okay, we're here to help, support, and do this. So number one is go to dailymentorcalls.com. You're going to want to listen to calls 1 through 10. This gets you your name list. It gets you how to effectively sample. All 10 calls are a total of only 2 hours. And they're broken up in 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So you can quickly do them, or you can sit down and do all 2 hours. But her verbiage and the way she does it is, it is the way that works, right? So we want you to really just say, we were referred this, but I find that it's something that we're running faster than taking time to sit down and get the foundation, and this is the foundation. So really schedule this out in the next, I would say by the end of this week, that I'm going to give 2 hours somewhere while I'm doing dishes, while I'm getting ready, while I'm driving on the road, to refresh or listen again for the first time.
Better yet, if you have time, she also gives you some assignments and says, stop the call and do these things. So if you can do that, you will, remember, this is not just elite. This is not just Elite Sotheby saying, hey, we think this might help you. You know, here's some ideas. This works. We use it over and over and over again. And I am triple presidential because of this.
Yeah.
So this will work. If you sit down and do it in 6 weeks, you will be elite. It's as simple as it's
Yep.
really that simple.
Yeah. So that's the first thing. 2 hours. I think everybody's giving at least 2 hours to their business, right? And I know there's other things like today's call, but let's just make this a priority that this foundation is set. Because if it's not, it's hard for you to have a new person come on and help them when you don't have that piece. And it's easy, right? You're going to say, hey, go to dailymentorcalls.com, listen to 1 through 10 and start sampling. This prepares with who, what to sample, how to sample, and what to say. And guess what? Even if you're not ready for a class because you haven't prepared, you're going to schedule number 2, 4 launch classes in 1 week. Now, I know you might say, what? This is insane. But I'm telling you, there is massive results and reasons for this. Number 1, it gives your friends and family an option to choose which one of these nights will work for me. Next, it is going to give you guaranteed success. Have some of you done a class and you were not really effective sampling and you didn't really know what to say in an invite and you had 1 or 2 people show up? It's a little bit deflating, right? You're like, I don't know if this works. What I want to tell you is this business works, but a lot of us are new at this and figuring it out. And the longer you go, your enrollment percentage goes up because you get better at it and you know what to say and you get more comfortable, right? And so that continues to happen. And that's what's happening in these 4 launch classes. You're going to learn how to teach and become comfortable in that 1 week. That's worth it in and of itself to just get in a place of being comfortable instead of feeling like, I don't like how it feels. I want to get out of this.
Where can they go to get 4 classes launched?
So 4 classes, they could all be yours, right? They're all my classes. They're just on several days during the week and then maybe 1 or 2 on the weekend. You know, I have a Wednesday, Thursday, and you could do a different topic if you wanted. You could do the same, natural solutions class multiple times. It's that you're making times when all the different schedules of people happen, or you can tweak and say how to stay healthy this winter. And you're doing the same class, but just adding in some tips for how to stay healthy. I have a handout and I will post it on the team page. Okay. If you want to use that.
Who do they go to? Because I think a lot of people are like, I'd love to do that, but I just don't think I have 4 people that would do classes for me.
Well, you're doing your own. I'm hosting at my house.
Okay. Oh, that's the next step.
Or you could ask your mom if you don't want to do that. You could ask your mom, right? Or whoever. So I'm listening to calls. I am doing 4 in 1 week. So Elise says this takes some time. Now, if you're like, it's that I can't do 4. I either can do 2 or I don't do this business. Guys, take what we're giving you with a grain of salt and then go and make it apply to you to work, right? The reason for this concentration is to get that turbojet off the ground. It's big, it's heavy, it's going to take force, it's going to take momentum, it's going to take effort to get up off the ground. But once your plane is up off the ground, then you can get more like where you're settling, where you're kind of coming into that 10,000 feet, right? And then you might have another climb in just a little bit, but it requires some extra effort. It is not going to be like this all the time. So that's what I want you to tell yourself. This is not forever. This is this 1 week. And if you're sampling a lot of people to prepare for 4 classes, that takes a little bit of time beforehand, right? That week or 2 before. Okay, the next one is she suggests to do 2 classes per week for the next 5 weeks. Okay, so when you're doing your first 4, you're reaching into your warm market. And then the ones to go forward can be my anxiety and depression, your upline leaders class, ones you do together as a team, doing a community class, and a class can be a small group, right? Like I know some of the guys are like, I'm not doing classes. That is just so girly. But let's not call it a class. Let's just say a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1 where there's 3 people and you that sit down and chat, right? Like it's the same thing you're doing. It's just with a bigger group and it's advertised. Last is to repeat the process with your builders so that they can have the turbo thrust. Because if you just do 1 class here, 1 class there, it's hard to get the momentum. It is. So, okay, that's the basics. We are going to, on this Saturday at our Find a Builder training, you guys are going to leave like out the door with a plan, with tools, already having contacted some people. Like, it is an interactive thing that's happening this Saturday, 9 to noon. It's been posted on the team page a couple times with address, but we are also going to go a little bit deeper into this launch, this Elite in 6 weeks, so that you will also have some things prepared and ready out the door to go with that. So I really, really hope that you can make it and be there in person. It will make a big difference because we're going to do some things where you'll practice. If for some reason you can't make it in person, I am going to live stream it. I hesitate in even telling you that. I really don't want people to say, I just won't go, I'll do the live stream, because it's one step closer to be like, I'll just end up not even watching it all. And it's going to be so, so helpful. Okay, guys, I am going to say farewell to all those that need to go. But what I am going to do is I am going to open up questions for people that have questions specifically for where they're at with what they're doing, and tell the rest of you, we love you all. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing doTERRA family, and have a wonderful day and weekend. It's a long weekend, President's Day. I'm reading through the chat, but I'm also staying right here for any more questions. Let's see. I know, freaking out over the double points. My sample script, yep. My sample invite script. I'm also sharing my class flyer. Anybody needs help getting an invitation, talk to your upline first. A lot of your uplines are already doing classes that you can piggyback on. I love that you set your goal, Celeste. Boom, you're bringing 5. I'm thinking that's the anxiety and depression class. Amy, I know you're in Arizona, so bring your peeps. You're coming on the 28th, right? 28th and 29th?
Yes.
Yes. Woohoo. Okay, so pack them in, man. Pack them in thick and deep and bring them. And for the double points, sign them up before. That could work, right? They're not committing when, as you ask them to be a builder, you want to make sure that you remind them. They're not signing to be a hardcore worker. They're just getting their wholesale account. Let's get your account. Let's get you set up. You can get some product and start to, work with it, try it out, and then come to this builder thing and let's see what you really think about it. So it's all about how you talk about it, right? How you frame it. Let's see, Mikkel, you joined a little late. What are the dates for double points? 19th through the 28th. I'm so excited for you. We were just talking about making Hawaii happen. Is this not the biggest gift in America, right? To have the double points. Yes, Hawaii points. Everything is double, and you've got everybody, please, please, please go log on the sheet. We need to find out where you guys are. Jacqueline, so when you set time aside for calling and contacting, are you going straight to calling them, or are you texting them or messaging them before the call? A phone call is always going to be the best because you can hear their voice. You can, there's kind of this unspoken juju that passes back and forth that you can feel kind of what's going on. So I always think that a phone call is the best. A text is more, they can not answer, not respond. Then you have to text again and you feel like you're bugging them. So honestly, I would say a call is always your best bet. Hey, how's it going? Thanks so much for coming last week to my class. I've got a couple that she's like, I got to get out the door. I got to get up early, but I want to get some stuff. So I've got to call her and just say, hey, thanks so much for coming to the class the other night. It was fun to have you. I'm just following up with people to get wrapped up from the class. Wanted to see if you would like to get started with your account, because guess what, right now, through the next week or so and through the weekend, you can offer it whatever you want. It's your incentive. I'm paying for half of the enrollment fee. So it's only $17.50 and you get the entire year of the discount at 25% off. So that's cool, right? I'm calling to offer them something. I'm calling to help assist them. And then here's the other thing. If I have to send somebody to the website to go do it, they're going to get busy and whatever. So I can totally get it in the computer for you, take care of it completely so you don't have to worry about it. We'll just get it in. We'll get your initial order coming, and then I will follow up and come over and sit down. We'll pull your products out. I'll show you where to use them, how to use them, So let's just get the enrollment for now. Kira, yeah, you raised your hand. Do you want to share or say something? Please share.
Yes, thank you. I just had a quick question about something you said in a previous call, and it's about transferring enrollership. So you talked about how there's a way to take enrollership for somebody and then transfer it. Like you were talking about, I don't know if you're talking about other people hosting a class for you, or if they decide to do the business. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, so if I have a host that is somebody random from some other class or some recommendation, I want for, at least Sedeby says she signs everyone up as an advocate, okay? But we want them to have the opportunity to have people signed up underneath them and have an opportunity to see cash coming in and say, hey, maybe I want to do this. So a lot of times those customers that were signed up as an advocate can turn into a sharer or a builder as they see, I'm naturally telling people already, I might as well get paid for it. And so if it's a hostess, Natalie says she always gave the enroller to the hostess, right? She would have a conversation and say, hey, do you think that there's a possibility, or can you see yourself telling people about the oils ever? If so, then I totally want to put all the people at your class under you so you can get the benefits and the cash that's coming back for the next couple of months. And you'll always have that opportunity. But if you're like adamantly, no way, I will never tell anyone about this at all, then I will put it in differently so that you don't have anybody under you. And so you can have that conversation and ask them. Right now, I know we're going for Hawaii enrollments, right?
Right.
And so we want the enroller. There is a way that later on you can transfer the enroller to them. And that would be like in a rank advancement situation. Like this gal has got her people, because they're still going under her. If what I would suggest is if you want the enrollment for Hawaii, you could keep the enrollment, but I would still give the fast start cash to your hostess, because we're telling them that that's part of what they get when they host for the most part, unless you don't have that promise with them. So that means the fast start will be paid to you, and you'll just want to get her the cash via cash, Venmo, PayPal, whatever that looks like, and say, hey, the bonus came in today. I'm super excited, sending it to you via Venmo. They don't know how it works. They don't care. They just want the cash, right? So that would be a way to fill both purposes. You get the enroller, she gets the cash for her class. If down the road she goes and does something and she's looking at advancing and she needs one of those, there is a way to pass the enroller. So.
Okay, that clarifies. Thanks so much, Heather.
You're welcome. You're welcome. The agenda on the 21st. So the point of the 21st is to have people take a look at doTERRA. We hope from the business end that and a customer, they're already enrolled. And so the things at the end wouldn't apply to them for all the gifts. They might be like, well, I wish I got all of that when I enrolled. But that's not what the original purpose was for customers. If you think that there's a potential that they could be interested in being a builder sharer, then yeah, I would bring them. So is that clear as mud? Brittany, is there a way you can view the submitted Maui sheet? Yes. The Maui tracker is already posted on Lead to Freedom. It's been posted here a couple times. There's a tab at the bottom that shows the completed portion, or the answer page, I believe, is what I've been told. So check there. If not, I'll post it. Go through, if you have not posted points, go through and just really get sure what points you have. Again, any points of action done before the 19th is just regular points. After 19th to 28th is the double. Oh yeah, thanks, Dustin. Okay, any other questions, guys? Can be about anything. Okay, so these follow-ups, this call is going to be posted in the team page. I will still email it. My hope is to get to the point where we're not emailing anymore, and that it's just all on the team page, organized in those units. So, any last questions? Alrighty. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week. And this Saturday, I'll have some food yummies and juice and chocolate milk at our training. And all y'all at home, set your alarm so you're up with your notebook, ready to take notes on our Find a Builder training. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining.